Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Alenville and this is Tuesday, so we're going to do a visual novel. One of the new ones I'm going to do, just to see if you like it, is Elisa the Innkeeper, the prequel. It's a free-to-play visual novel on Steam, so let's get rolling! Choose your language. English! So let's see. Oh, we love anime. Oh, cute. The player does not act as a protagonist. His judgment affects every character and every action like God, everything from above. Cool. I like that. That's a cool idea. Hi, I am Prince and I am the protagonist of this story. They asked me to give you some details before we start our adventure. What protagonist? If the player decides to stay on anyone's side, it will be me. I've got a lot of money. I don't like both of you. What a pathetic situation. Why don't you try to earn the player's respect? Such a shame. Hey, no one is the protagonist here. Why are you fighting already? Whoa. Okay. So I get it, we're over everything. Elsa, I didn't know you were here. You're absolutely right. My dear Elisa, let's ignore these fools. Stay with me. I want to finish my speech. No. I think it's time for me to go. Always the same. Heya! We're here too! What are you doing? You two don't have a part in our prequel. You will need to wait for the final game to be complete. Oh, snap! Eliza, don't go. Ooh, too bad. Oh, they're gone. I like them. Thanks for playing our game. You are about to read the adventure of the bad guys I have just introduced. Hey! With your support, maybe we will be able to tell the whole story. Have fun and enjoy our prequel. The air smelled like the wood does in the spring. A faint scent of flowers seemed to soothe the whole room. The inn was warm and hearty. Elisa, the innkeeper, was never-endingly busy running back and forth between her clients, and if she ever stopped for a minute, it was to clean up after a client that left. At that moment, the prince sat in front of the bar, seemingly lost in thought, with his gaze fixated on her. Damn, she's so beautiful. Every time I see her, I fall in love again, just like the first time, he whispered to himself while taking a sip from his beer. The girl who up until that point was in front of him noticed that her only client was staring at her and decided to get a bit closer, leaning forward to clean up that part of the bar. Have I ever told you I live in the castle? Busy cleaning, she leaned on the bar, which was wet. The prince could see clearly through her shirt. Damn, dude. Oh, really? You never told me. So, I assume you're some kind of nobleman? Full of himself, the young man rose from his stool. I am, without a doubt, one of the most worthy between those who carry this title. Oh, I'm fancy. Smiling, the innkeeper instinctively paused and turned to her guest, resting her head on her hand. She looked interested. Ooh. Do you mean that you're not like the other nobles around? That view, man. Wow, you can see everything from this angle. Of course not. Who do you think I am? I've seen many nobles come and go in at my inn. However, you're the most fascinating young man in here right now. If he's alone in there, that's not that difficult. But nice way to compliment him, girl. The room was actually empty aside from the two of them. Girl, you did it! So, what do you have more than other nobles? The prince took a deep breath. Did you really say those words? He gulped down his entire glass of beer. I own the most majestic castle in all of Florence. And what else? What else? Tell me how I can get rich. She's so close I can smell her. Her scent, it's so sensual. I've never found such a smell. I'd love to caress her. Should I try to? Maybe I should? Suddenly a weird feeling overwhelmed him. I believe it's time for you to wake up. What? You should wake up now. The image of the innkeeper, which was at first was crystal clear and beautiful as a rose in a warm spring morning, suddenly fading while the tone of her voice seemed to lose intensity. Wait, what? Such a shame. Beautiful things don't last long indeed. The prince woke up slightly dazed. Just a dream. Just a dream. He felt slightly disappointed as he brought a hand to his forehead and tried to stand up from his lying position. Ew. My head hurts really bad. Whatever could I have done last night? You made a mess, man. You made a goddamn mess. He looked around and saw broken glasses, bottles, plates, which were pretty easy clues. Have I been robbed? No, you were in a drunk rampage, you... He sluggishly muttered. Had it really been a burglary, he would have been left naked, as expensive as his clothes were. What could have possibly happened? I feel so sick, and this room has a weird smell. Windows were closed and draped shut so that sunlight barely entered the room. Despite the silence, his head kept hurting really bad. The only thing I remember is how tired I was as I went to bed, but I do not recognize this place. I should be in another inn. Oh, thinking is not helping. I think I will sleep some more. Nausea and the heartache are definitely not best friends when one desires to use his head. Moreover, it is really hard to give up such a nice dream. The sun had risen only a few hours ago. Why should someone suffer to wake up so early in the morning, especially if he does not need a job to earn a living? Okay, I kind of want to know what's going on. No, I can't really do this. Impossible to go back to bed. There's a disgusting stench in here. Deeply disturbed by the smell and the filth in the room, the prince couldn't help but feel shocked at the mess inside. Usually any displaced item is enough to make me lose my sleep. Oh. Whatever could have happened? In truth, it wasn't really good time to fall back to sleep. Such memory lapses should not really be neglected. Maybe I'm worrying too much about it. He said to himself, trying to ignore the pulsing pain in his head and the nausea. Still, it's probably a good idea to take a look around. The room was pixie, horrendous even, with all the shattered plates and glasses. However, some of the chairs were turned over and the fireplace was sprouting ashes on the floor, and the bedsheets were on the floor as well. First of all, let's open the window. I don't think I can bear the stench without vomiting. So I opened the window and lingered there for a moment to take a deep breath of fresh air while he was thinking back to the dream he just had. Wow, what's wrong with me today? I was definitely dreaming about something interesting. What was it, though? The white red curtains the prince was leaning on reminded him of the dream he thought he'd forgotten 1 second ago. Okay. Oh yeah, we're back to her. Are we? Yep. Of course, now I recall, I was dreaming about Elisa. Now that I think of it, yesterday afternoon, after speaking with the merchant, I wanted to go see her. He slowly buttoned up his vest as he focused on his thoughts reconstructing the recent events. Now I remember. I was arguing with that merchant for the sale of my castle, when at some point we decided to walk towards this inn to wrap up the business. When everything got settled, we started drinking then. I can't remember anything else. A worrying feeling of anxiety filled the mind of the young man, who kept brooding with his memory lapses about the past night. What if that blasted merchant made me sign that deal? Panic, he started rummaging around to find his clothes, which were strewn across the room. I can't see any bag filled with gold on the table. Drunk as I was, for what I can remember, I could have even gifted my castle away. After a few minutes, his clothes started to pop up, scattered in every corner of the room as if they had been hidden. It was actually quite an effort to collect them. Somehow his gloves managed to end up in the furthest corner under the bed. Searching as much as he could, the prince extended his hand and felt something other than his clothes. He was certain he heard a faint metallic sound, maybe a coin. Well, what is this? His hope to find some gold, however, as he moved the sheets away, the only thing he managed to see under the shadow of the bed was a silver blade. He sighed with some precautions. He pulled out what was by all means counts a sword. What is this doing here? He asked himself while wielding the object, looking for more details. A sword? Why would a sword be in my room? The blade was completely made of silver. His hilt, covered in brown cloth, looked more like a decoration than a weapon. The prince was tense and hesitated. All right. I believe I'll take it with me. If someone was so foolishly that they left it behind, their loss. He shrugged and smiled. He turned and immediately saw the scabbard leaning on the wall. With the state this room is in, I'm not sure I walked down to pay. It'll cost me a fortune to compensate for all this damage. I think it'd be better just to leave here a few coins and get out quickly. He calmly fastened his belt just right and shielded the sword with care to avoid damaging it. Great. Time to go. Item unlocked. Sword! Woohoo! Cool. Let's stab people. Knock knock. Suddenly someone knocked at the door. Who could it be? Is it a waiter asking for money? I should really go. Knock knock. The knocking at the door became louder. I know you're in there. Open the door. Recognizing the merchant's voice, the prince froze. He even stopped breathing to make as little noise as he could. What the heck do I do now? I'm tired of waiting. Got the papers to sign here, the deal remember we made yesterday afternoon? Wait a second. If he came here to make me sign the documents, I mean yesterday he hasn't been able to get anything out of me. My fears were unfounded. I'm getting ready. Give me a moment to dress up. I have no time to lose waiting for you to detivate yourself. Open this damn door! The prince was busy fixing up his clothes as well as he could, trying to remember all the details of the deal he agreed upon the day before. It would have been unforgivable to appear without having any idea of how to resume the talks. What kind of impression will I give if he sees all this mess? I will never be able to clean up all this, he said, giving up as he walked to the door. Actually, I thought last evening, why don't you clean up a bit before going to bed? His shame became so unbearable, the prince impulsively jumped out of the room. Here I am. Can we take a seat downstairs? I would like some privacy. Your room would be perfect for that. What need is there to stay in a room when we can talk downstairs and have a drink? I don't really feel like drinking after last night. Oh please, let's walk down. I'll offer you a round. No, really, I'm not feeling like it. I mean it. Don't make me beg you. For what I care, you're free to drink all you want afterwards. Now let's get in. I want to close this up quickly. What if I offer you lunch? Fancy a steak or some cake? We could even invite a fine lady to lunch with us. What about this? What the hell are you hiding in that room? You came to the point of offering me a meal? This is so unlike you. Quit the excuses. Please make way. The glare of the prince hearing those words became almost threatening. I am dead serious. It's a bad idea to enter. He added, interposing himself between the door and the other person. Seeing this scene, the merchant gave up and instantly finally decided to listen to the prince. He turned and started walking down the stairs. Once to the bottom of the stairs, they picked a table in a less crowded corner so they could have some quiet while they talked. Before I sign, I would like to know what happened last night. My mind is clouded, I don't remember much at all. He sat sitting on a stool very patiently. The merchant started explaining the events of last night without omitting a single detail. Last night we came to this inn because the sun was setting. Finally we managed to agree on the last details of our deal. So, last night you didn't coerce me into signing against my will, right? I wish. Last night I squandered a fortune to have him drink with this guy Stingley, even while drunk. Who do you think I am? I'm an honorable person in business. Very well. So, where are the papers? Let's not waste any more time. Bring them out. The merchant brought out the written deal, but it was easy to tell that any kind of excitement disappeared from his face. He certainly did not expect an easy deal. However, the unexpected hurriedness of the prince was getting to his nerves. This is the final deal we agreed on. I urge you to sign it now so we can leave this hole quickly. And I will not have to deal with you again. After a quick read, the prince grabbed a pen from his pocket and inscribed a quick and clean signature on the deal. I signed. Now give me the money. Don't worry about that. The prince saw the merchant about to stow the papers away in his bag and had the sun down. He swiftly grabbed the arm of the merchant, stopping him. Has he noticed? What does this part mean? Are you talking about this small variation? It's only about 50 gold coins, just this tiny detail. How could you dare modify our proposal without telling me? I saw that your castle needs some renovations. This calls for additional expenses. Knowing the amount I'm offering for the purchase was the very least I had to do. And you took the liberty of not notifying me. Did you think I would not notice? The sum I deducted is another concession I made. For a castle I will need to spend at least double that. It requires extensive renovations. If I did not say that before, it was only to spare you more concerns. This all makes no sense. For you, perhaps. Are you really hoping I'll agree to this? I would, yes. You have little choice after all. What? Okay. Okay. He's kind of getting tricked by the merchant. Do we want to confront him? Or do we want to try to run away? I would say confront. We have to act like a noble man. The merchant crossed his arm and made himself more comfortable on the stool. He took a look at the prince as he was rereading the contract. He can think about it as much as he wants. I have no wish to give more concessions. Are you kidding me? Yes, not that serious as he put down the documents. In such business, I always am serious. 50 gold coins are no small charge. I am a merchant. I know the difference between a fair deal and a rip-off. Right. You should feel honored to have such a seller as me. I am part of the nobility after all. After we seal this deal and the voice gets around, you will have many more clients willing to make business with you. Merchant was not convinced by this argument at all. He sneered and replied swiftly. These are empty words. You're a prince. You were once rich. However, you, with your father, squandered away all you had. Do not say one more word, for your own sake. The prince looked extremely frustrated, rage and anxiety showing on his face. The merchant, unfazed, kept talking. You need this money. I cannot see any alternative for you if you don't take this deal now. Okay. And this seems the perfect point to stop the game right here. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and tell me if you want to see more of this series. So, thank you so much and goodbye.